Hey guys, um, just finished watching Gotham. I think this title was I forget the title, but it'll be up there. Um, it definitely was interesting. The title was Penguin's Umbrella, or yeah, Penguin's Umbrella, something like that. So it definitely was very interesting. This episode it started off very well. Um, off the bat, I give this definitely give it a I really do believe that it is a 9 this episode, a better episode. It is getting there, getting better. I find like the beginning, I didn't see that coming. For the beginning of this episode, how that they would find Barbara and all that stuff so soon, and it took off very well. And then uh, when Jim first went back to his place, when Barbara had some, there was that guy was there with the guy. There was the two guys there waiting for him. And he shot the one of them. Like it was very like he walks in, and he could have like he walked in and he could have been prepared for something like that. I mean, he wasn't like he didn't have like a shotgun somewhere in his house because he just got in and all of a sudden they saw him there. If he had had a shotgun in his somewhere hidden in his apartment for something like this, he could have easily have snuck in because they were busy talking to her and he got the drop on him a little bit. So if he had had a shotgun hidden, he would have just walked right in, secretly just sneak over, grab the gun, and then grab the shotgun, and then blown both their heads off. And then when he did shoot them, which having the shotgun would have helped him real easy, but he didn't need it because he shot the one guy and then he shoots the big guy and he just leaves him laying there. The big guy is much bigger of a threat. Shoot him. Shoot both of them. Like you're gonna shoot someone, you have like just shoot both of them. That didn't make sense. And also, I would have liked to have seen him, prepared for this because he could have prepared for all of this stuff. He should have prepared as soon as he didn't kill Penguin, just in case. But okay, he's unexperienced, let's say, so he didn't prepare when he didn't kill Penguin. But as soon as Penguin came back and he found out that Penguin was back, he should have been preparing for this. You know, um, Penguin's back. He should have been preparing. There was a whole few weeks going on where Penguin was just basically just the cook. He was just a dishwasher in there, so he wasn't really doing anything. Yeah, he was. Now we know he's secretly talking with Falcone and all that stuff, but he was just wasn't doing anything. There was nothing. There was no risk. He could have easily have been slowly taking guns from the GCPD and hiding them in a hideout or somewhere secret. Because everyone in the GC, at least now we know everyone is in the GCPD is pretty much crooked cop or safe or scared for their life. So, you know, no one would have said anything as long as as long as he didn't get caught, stashing all the weapons. He could have done it and got away with it. And no one would have investigated it because they would have been too scared for their families and for their lives. So and so everyone who's not is not a crooked cop is just too scared to death for their family. Um, so that was there's that part. I mean, I really liked it when it was really interesting when everyone said, "Can everyone leave, please?" And then all of them left. I thought that was pretty cool. But as soon as he left, he sent Barbara on the train, which she went and then got off and went on the bus to go and leave. Um, you know, why didn't he go and get body armor and then he knew that when he was going to go to work and they were going to go find him at work because they needed to send him. They already sent some guys, two guys to go get him. They're obviously going to send him more, so he should have gone and gotten body armor, at least like 2 or 3 guns on him. I would have had like at least like 20 guns on him or whatnot. At least small handguns to hide to make it not look like he. But to not have a bulletproof vest minimum for that scene was very stupid of him. Now I understand. Now maybe they're playing him. He's inexperienced and all that stuff. But any cop would have done this. You know, I mean, uh, I'm on the phone with my father, who is a police officer, and he was saying stuff. Now I understand I have the unfair advantage. I know um, by knowing a little bit more depth than the average viewer and whatnot. But it just doesn't. It just still as a just common sense. You know somebody's gonna come. Somebody's trying to shoot you. Somebody was in your house threatening your wife to trying to get at you, and they're gonna cut, and you're going to like. It just makes sense. You should have had a body armor on. But other than that, those were the only parts that really got to me. Which I still think I still give it a 9 because it was definitely it's getting in there. It's getting up there more in the episodes. Just Barbara Gordon is just so Barbara is just so stupid in this. I mean, she knows, they threaten there. She sees and how dangerous these guys are. And she's still, what is she just gonna do? Just go plead him? Like what? Like, I mean, he better be watching her because she's doing like this. She's stupid, doing like stupid things, and I mean, if it would have been better for her to have just called her ex lover there earlier, so she could have, you know, so that they could have been there to save Jim earlier. They could have been there before the shooter, or just as the shooter got there, and helped him, and prevented some of the shots. Maybe get him some body armor and whatnot. I don't know. I just think that he should have been prepared for this. He's had time to prepare for this. He should have at least had body armor when that bald guy walked in. Um, Crank or whatnot, the guy who notches himself every time he kills someone. Now, for him, I think it would have been much more interesting is if, everyone left, everyone took off, and the first thing he does is he goes, as he's like if he took off, or he went like this and just went, and had like 4 lines, and he's like, I have one here just for you, and it's just like waiting, you know what I mean? Like missing, one missing, something like that. That would have been a better way of showing that he's there. I mean, just be like, this is waiting for you, and something like that. That would have been better instead of just killing that random cop at the end just to mark it. I mean, everyone else was terrified of this guy, and this one person who wasn't in the building, then finds him, and that the idea didn't. That idea didn't make sense. It would have been much cooler just for him to just been like a whole, this is for you or whatnot. I think that definitely would have been better. The idea of Jim not being prepared. He's waiting. He went to there to get those arrest warrants. Those. And he was already planning on a suicide mission, so at least bring body armor. The idea that seems to me to be common sense. Just to wear body armor. I mean, if I was to them, I would be wearing them at 24/7. Whether it's an extra dangerous day or not. But every time you're on the job, I would be wearing body armor just to be safe, because you never know. I mean, for him, if he dies, no one's going to take his place. Bullock is not. If he died before Bullock and Bullock survived and didn't, and wasn't, they didn't kill Bullock, he wouldn't do much. Maybe he would get a little bit mad at someone, but he ain't gonna do much. I mean, maybe he would kill the actual, like, the lower henchman who actually killed Gordon. But he's not really gonna do much. He's not gonna revenge his death. They probably just go hiding somewhere, and maybe he'll help keep. He would probably just go and keep Barbara, try and get Barbara, away from the city as possible. And just try and keep her. That's maybe the most that he would do. But then again, he wouldn't risk his life for Barbara. So like, there's really like no one else other than him, other than Gordon, who will risk the city. Everyone's too scared, But I don't see, like, he needs to. I just definitely want to see now Gordon try and build the city up to the point where everyone's scared of facing the mob, and like the crime lords, the crime and all that stuff, because they're afraid for their family, they're afraid for their lives and all that. But if everyone is fighting them, these mob guys can't handle all of them. Like if all of the police department, now there's too many of them that are actually crooked and not just scared for their lives. I think there's more of them are crooked and than are just scared or just doing it for safety and just left for safety and just scared. Um, you know, I just think that if they told all the people in Gotham that are scared to in order to fight back, they can't go after everyone in Gotham. They can't go after everyone. I mean, what Gotham is, it's a big-ish city. I mean, if a million people, well, maybe not. I guess is there a million people in Gotham? I don't know, but I don't know if I don't know. Let's say 10,000 people or 20,000 people. 10,000 people are trying to go after the mob. The mafia and then the corruption there. They don't have enough people to take out 10,000 people and 10,000 people's families who are maybe not involved. You know that doesn't go after everyone's family. I mean, you get a big group of people like that. I don't. They need to. That's what Gordon needs to do is start building an an army type thing, but secretly, but like a trustworthy people who are willing to fight and bring some cops on his side and fully change Bullock and now Bullock doesn't have much to lose, so Bullock's kind of on his side. Um, even because Bullock was just doing it to be safe. But Bullock doesn't have anyone, so really he has nothing to lose before he has nothing to lose. Like before this episode, he had nothing to lose. So I just think that they need to start building, his own army, and somehow through with the help of Bruce. I think would definitely be the way to do it. I'm definitely interested to see Bruce involved, because Bruce was basically the safest person there. I mean, if all war came out, no one was going to go after Bruce. So that's definitely interesting. I definitely can't wait to see what else comes out of that. Bruce was pretty interesting. Bruce's parts were interesting. Him with Gordon and whatnot. Now Bruce, it just felt like he felt kind of just. It was just basically, Gordon just saying goodbye to Bruce in case something happened. So Bruce's part wasn't really interesting at all. Just him introducing him to those other national police and who would take over the Bruce's parents' murder case and go over that in case Gordon didn't make it and whatnot. But I just wish that Bruce was more involved and more helpful, because all we've seen so far is Bruce looking into cases and whatnot, but we haven't seen him figure them out. I want to see him figure them out, or him, even at first just using his money to help. I don't know if because if Gordon had time to plan, he could have gotten Bruce to help him somehow and gotten all kinds of weapons or stored the weapons at Bruce's place, because no one would know to check there. No one knows that really Bruce is really that Jim Gordon has gone to see Bruce often or anything like that. I mean, they know some. I guess they know that he did the case at the beginning, and that's about it. They don't know that he's still talking to him all the time. I mean, Bullock's never gone to see Bruce, gone to Bruce's place with Jim. So maybe he knows, but we've never even seen that he knows. So they could have set up something, where they hiding information and all that stuff. I just think that now through Bruce, it would be nice to have some sort of connection. Bruce. I mean, Bruce wants his company, his parents' company, to not be corrupt, and it is now. So they need to have. They need to have him. Even if he doesn't connect, he's not building up to that. Brilliant-minded Batman that. Batman mind. And if he doesn't already have that, which I think he should, because he's Bruce Wayne. He should already be pretty smart. At least a pretty A student and all that stuff, which we haven't really seen any much of that. Um, I just think that when he want to pay an investigator or whatnot, I think the idea of every like that Penguin turns out where he paid the guys goons to help kill him. just because he paid them more. I think that idea is definitely very interesting because, like in the Justice League Unlimited, there's even our episodes where Batman, outpays the guys over outpays Lex, for the villains, and so that's how he wins. So I think having something like that, having Bruce, even if it's just using money, not really a skill or whatnot, yeah, just helping somehow in there and getting out, I think would definitely be interesting way, because Bruce could have, using his connection, getting someone from outside of Gotham helping in the case. I think it would definitely be interesting to have that. It would be a good way to start introducing Harvey Dent. I don't know if they're going to introduce him as the perfect White Knight like they did in Dark Knight. Because then that would be a good way for because right now if they do catch everyone, no lawyer is going to prosecute them in Gotham because they're too scared of their family. But if you got someone who's outside of Gotham, whose family is not even in Gotham, whose family is way, and who can just come in and then do stuff. I think that's where they need to go with that. So yeah, let me know what you think, if you agree, and how do you think Bruce could help Gordon solve this problem? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Peace out.